the George Washington, and the last page, Orgo's mother. So I'm going to tell you what you need to do. It's again rounding. It's pretty easy. The problems are right here. The problems are right here. The problems are right here. And all of these are the answers. So you can see there's going to be a lot of answers left over because there's only 10 problems in this section, and there's probably 14 answers. So let's go ahead and just review very quickly. I'm on the George Washington page, if you could get that out. This one you're rounding to the 10th. So if I'm looking at this number 9, which number is the 10th?
The 7.
The 7. So I want you to mark it. Here is the 10th. So is this going to be closer to 127 or 128?
128.
128, and I don't have a lot of room here, but I'll squeeze it in here. 2.8. And then I'm going to go down. That number 9, where is that answer? 12.8 is right here. So that's going to get the letter Y. So the number 9 gets the letter Y. We'll do the one right below it. Which one is the 10th?
9.
The 9, mark it. Is that going to be closer to 49 or 50? 50, so 5.0. Make sure if it's to the 10th, I have to have that 0. So 5.0 is right here. It is the W. And that was the number 10. So where the 10 is, I'm going to put the W. Then skip over to this one. Round to the nearest hundredth, which is the same thing as the nearest cent. So nearest cent is, if I were going to round this to money, I would, and on number 19, here is the nearest hundredth or the nearest cent. So is this going to be closer to 48 or 49?
48.
48, because it doesn't change. So this one is going to be, you have to write real tiny, 2648. And that is somewhere. Oh, here, thank you. So it's right here. And we're done with that one. So that 19 gets the letter N. The 19, problem 19. And then we'll do the number 20 to the nearest cent or hundredth is which digit?
9.
The 9. Very, mark it. Is that closer to 759 or 760?
7.
Very good, because that's a big 5. So 7.60. And you don't need to put the dollar sign right now because we don't have room. 760, and it's right here. So that is the letter B. So the 20 gets the letter B. Okay. Then just very quickly, round to the nearest whole number or nearest dollar. On 29 and 30, which is the nearest whole number? Is it the first 9 or the second 9?
What's 9?
The first 9 is in the tens.
Oh, the second.
It's going to be the second. It's the one right by the decimal. So mark it. And I kind of covered up that number, but is this going to be closer to 99 or 100? 100. And we'll do the one right below it, and then we'll put the letters. Is this one close to 99 or 100? 99. So the 29, here's 100. The 29 gets the letter H. The 30 gets the letter L. Does that kind of make sense?
Yes.
All right, and then let's just look at the very last page because I want to give you all the time possible for the test. Did you see it? Okay. Now, I'm going to say right now, we don't have time to go over this section. Skip. And somebody remind me on Monday that we'll do these. So you don't need to do this 1, 2, 3, 4th quadrant. But the other quadrants, this is the same thing as before. Round to the nearest 10th. Round, and you must put your answer, not just a letter. Round to the nearest hundredth or cent. We just did. Remember that The last page. Okay. The hundredth or cent, again, is right here. The nearest cent is right here. And again, you're going to mark those. I need to see you mark it because that shows where you're rounding and it shows your rounding number, your wimpy or macho number. Now, one more will do. This one is round to the nearest thousandth. Let's do these last two. Which digit is the thousandth? The 4, thank you. Tens, hundreds, thousands. So I'm going to put a line right here. Is this closer to 634 or 635?
635.
Very good. So I'm going to put the whole number 816.635. And again, you see there's more answers than there are problems. That is the letter H. So the 17 gets the letter H. And I'm on my last one because then I'm going to start the test in just a moment. Okay. That is that going to be close? Oh, that's hundredths. Nobody corrected me. All right. So this one is the thousands, 3 over. So now, that is big enough to round. Who knows? Is that going to be 299? It's going to be 300. Good job. So 4.300. And that is the letter L. So the number 6 gets the letter L. All right. And then real quick before the test. So your job, your homework, classwork, if you get done with the test, is to finish this packet, except where I said to skip. And then let me just remind you 2 things. If I say I've got a number 17300, and I want you to multiply by 100. Okay. I want you to take 173200 and multiply by 1,000. Who knows what this number would look like if I multiplied it by 100? There's a fast, easy way to do it. What's that? Oh, I'm so sorry. So if I'm multiplying by 100, how do you write 100? How many? What does 100 look like, people?
100.
100. Well, if I'm multiplying by 100, guess how many zeros I'm going to tack on? 2, that's all. So 17320000. I'm done. Then if I'm multiplying by 1,000, what does that look like?
100.
So guess how many zeros I'm going to tack on?
3.
3. Isn't that easy? And then 1, 2, 3. And then you can put in your commas later on. All right. Then just as a reminder, if I've got 723 times 10 to the third, who knows what that means? 3 zeros. Awesome. Because that's 723 times 3 zeros, and I just tack the 3 zeros on. And then if I have 7, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4 divided by 10 to the third, what does that look like?
You put a line, then you put 1,000 below it.
And you put 1,000 below it, and then what can you do? Yeah. Or if you know, so my answer is 720 divided by 1 is 720. Or if I'm dividing, I know this number is going to get smaller, and I can just cross out 1, 2, 3. Okay, so my answer is 720. Now, just last thing, and then I'm going to pass these tests out. If I'm rounding, if I have something 9, 3, 4, 6, 7, 2, 8. If I say round that and I don't tell you what place, don't round it to the thousands. Go over to where the smallest number is, and we'll round to that place value. So this one is about, is it 29,000 or 30,000? 29,000. Whoops. And this one, is it 7,000 or 8,000? What?
8,000.
8,000. Thank you. And then you can go ahead and estimate or add it up. And that's it.
That's supposed to be 1.
What's supposed to be a 1?
Is it?
Okay, and so I think that's about it for the test. So,
Wait, but then what do you mean, like when you say rounded, but you don't know to replace? I don't get it. What do you mean?
ma'am, I just got done saying, if you see a smaller number, you round it to that smaller number place. If you have something like 29346 plus 13142, then guess where you're going to round it?
And the 2 and the 1?
Very good, to the very front. If they're an even number, round it to the front. Unless I tell you different, that's it. So if they're, okay, sorry.